We had a sense that season 2 would somehow be a little bit bigger. We did not anticipate the size until we were really into it. The drama is bigger, the action is bigger, the stunts, the sets, and then we understood what we were doing was absolutely beyond season 1 in every sense of scale.
Ellie has matured a lot from season 1. I think season 1, she was very much a kid, relied on Joel for everything, trusted him with every part of her, and now she's gone through her teenage years, she's establishing a sense of who she is. This solid bond and trust with Joel has been tested, and now I think she's starting to question everything again.
Joel is clearly struggling with his relationship with Ellie. Something is not right.
When we see Ellie and Joel for the first time in this season, you're like, what happened? They were like this father-daughter duo, and now they're almost estranged.
Joel is starting to be aware, somewhere deep down, that the problem that exists between him and Ellie stems from the lie that he told as he saved her life. You can't just commit acts of violence, walk away, and have your story end. The repercussions create more of them, not fewer of them. And so the chain reaction has begun again.
It's open!
It did strike me that everybody that survives an apocalypse has stuff that is traumatizing to them. They live in a world with actual monsters. Wouldn't a therapist be an actually valuable person? So yes, Joel would probably be sitting down to talk to a therapist. He's talking to her about the problem that he wants her to address, not the problem he needs to address. And Gail knows there's more to the story than Joel's telling her, but she's run out of patience.
You shot and killed my husband. You killed Eugene.
The idea of Gail and this therapist came before we tied her back to Eugene. Eugene is this character that we feel his presence, but he's already dead by the time we hear about him in the video game. So it felt like that was a character ripe to exploit in some way on this show.
She's lost her patience with him, and I think the alcohol's given her a little more nerve. She's mad, and she's been holding it in, I guess, in some other sessions, but what's the point? Let it out. Say the thing you're afraid to say.
If anything, he's moving more and more away from acknowledging what he's actually done. He's trying to do the right thing, and in his mind, there never was a choice to sacrifice something that he couldn't give up.
I saved her.
We thought it was important to share right up front that there were real people that were impacted by Joel's decisions and his actions. Who are they? And basically, what are they gonna do next?
He'll help me find him.
Yes. I'll help you find him.
This season is about the consequence of violence. How far will you go in that pursuit of justice when you are feeling righteous and just?
And this is when we meet Abby for the first time. She is broken here. And if she reminds you a little bit, say, of what Joel felt like when he lost his daughter, well, that's not unintentional. When we lose somebody who's taken from us violently for reasons that don't seem fair or logical, the chain reaction begins.
Abby is an extremely strong woman, but also a person who is sort of riddled with grief. The loss of her dad has sort of really taken over her life, and that becomes the catalyst for her journey.
Hi. Came to pick you up.
Oh, you're on this run.
Dina became a really interesting person that Ellie becomes infatuated with. And we see that throughout this episode, that it's not only her friend and someone she respects and admires, it's someone that she likes. She doesn't quite know how to deal with it because she's Ellie and she's awkward and she's a teenager.
To Ellie, Dina is this sort of untouchable, popular girl in town, and Ellie can never imagine Dina ever being interested in her.
At the beginning of episode 1, they're already besties. I think it's like similar humor, not lack of respect for authority, but it's like, okay, but show me why I should respect your authority. I'm not just gonna give it to you blindly.
She sort of has all of the qualities that Ellie doesn't. Dina's very logical and very type A.
Ellie's the brawn and Dina's the brains. I think they sort of go together really well in that sense.
This makes them such a great duo. They really balance each other out.
The infected are obviously a big part of the show. What we wanted was to show a kind of evolution, not just in how our characters dealt with the infected, but the infected themselves.
How do we escalate? How do we show that this cordyceps outbreak is not static, it's evolving over time? And what is horrific for Ellie is that she sees they are smart, they are strategizing. It's a different kind of infected. They don't just run in a straight line to you, they run away. They stay silent, they hide. And that makes them much more dangerous.
I think the stalker really freaks Ellie out because she's never seen anything like this. She doesn't know how to handle it. And so Ellie is going into this completely blind. She has the benefit of being immune, but I think she's just really thrown by the whole experience.
As much as I can try and direct and pick angles, so much of it comes down to casting. We all got to be the beneficiary of that chemistry.
The New Year's Eve dance scene was so beautiful. I remember walking onto that set and just being like, wow, this is stunning. All of the lights and then all of the background supporting artists and the band, everybody just being there. It was beautiful. And then obviously what happens in the scene, Ellie and Dina connect for the first time.
Dina's one step ahead at all times. It's like she's already thought about all of it. Like she sort of premeditates everything that happens.
I think everyone was just really wanting to make it beautiful. And I think that's how it turned out.
Sparks were flying, sort of felt iconic and in a way magical.
And then for that moment to be broken by Seth.
It's a family event.
In his own way is watching out for this community and feels like this is inappropriate for what's happening. And then for that moment to be broken with violence by Joel. And then to really see how much at odds these characters are.
I don't need your fucking help.
They're not at all where we left them in season 1. And Ellie not only yells at Joel for stepping in because she just wants to be her own person. She does not want to be protected by him anymore. She inadvertently humiliates him in front of the whole town. And we're just left with that awful feeling. Just like Ellie is left with that awful feeling at the end of this really beautiful sequence. And you realize so much of the story is going to be about perspective. Who the heroes are and who the villains are is based on where you're standing.